My mom's siblings made her cook for 70 people and snap their fingers for drink refills at their reunion, saying some people are meant to be servers. So my mom Lucy came from a family of 6 kids and she was the youngest. Her siblings all went to college while she stayed home to take care of their dad when he got sick. She worked at a grocery store during the day and nursed him at night for him until he passed. By then, her siblings all had their fancy careers. Her brother Thomas was a dentist, sister Riley ran a real estate office, brother Carl did something with investments, sister Taylor married a guy who owned car dealerships, and brother Frank was a constable at some private school. Mom never made it to college, but she worked her way up to manage the whole grocery store and married my dad a mechanic. Casey had me and my sister Rose, and we lived in this small ranch house that Mom kept perfect. Quinn up, my mom's siblings would visit maybe once a year and always had something to say about our house, dad's job, mom's weight, our clothes, everything. But Mom still loved them and always talked about how successful they were. Every time, they had a big family reunion at whoever could host the most people. This year, it was Taylor's turn at her husband's lake house. Mom was so excited she bought a new dress, made her famous potato salad and 2 pies from scratch. We drove 6 hours to get there. The second we arrived, Taylor handed Mom an apron and said she'd need help setting up since the caterers had canceled. There were no caterers. Mom spent the first day cooking 40 pounds of barbecue, making sides for 70 people, and setting up tables while Taylor sat by the pool with Riley talking about their latest vacations. During dinner, Thomas actually snapped his fingers at Mom to refill his drink. My dad started to say something but Mom squeezed his shoulder to let it go. Carl complained the meat was dry and told Mom she should have started cooking earlier. Frank's wife asked Mom to watch their 4 kids while the adults talked. The kids were teenagers. Day 2 was worse. Taylor had Mom up at 5 o'clock making breakfast for everyone, then cleaning rooms because the house was so full, then prepping lunch, then starting dinner. Riley actually handed Mom her laundry and said since she was doing towels anyway. Blake Mom finally sat down to eat. Carl asked her to get him more ice first. Needed steak sauce. Then Taylor's husband needed another beer. Mom never got to finish a meal. Rose finally snapped and asked why nobody else was helping. Taylor laughed and said Mom didn't mind. She'd always been the helpful one in the family. Riley added that some people were meant to be servers and some were meant to be served. And wasn't it nice that Mom had found her calling at the grocery store? Mom's eyes just went dead. She smiled and kept serving. Morgan wanted to leave, but Mom said family was important. We stayed all time. And Mom basically worked as unpaid staff while her siblings treated her like the help. The drive home was silent. Mom didn't cry, just stared out the window. That's when I started planning. See, I just gotten promoted to regional manager at my company. I was 28 and making more than any of Mom's siblings knew. My husband Alex was a software engineer who just sold his app to some tech company for stupid money. We'd been living normally to avoid family drama, but now I didn't care. 6 months later, I announced I was hosting the next reunion early at our new house. Didn't tell them we'd bought a 7-bedroom place in the hills with a pool, tennis court, and guest house. Also, didn't tell them about the actual catering staff I'd hired. Mom's siblings showed up expecting another servant situation. Their faces when they saw our house were perfect. Taylor whispered to Riley asking if we were renting it for the weekend. No, we'd bought it cash. Thomas asked what Alex did again. I said he retired at 30 after selling his company. Then I handed out the itinerary I'd made. Pool time for the kids while adults helped with meal prep. A tennis tournament where losers did dish duty. Dakota night where last place cleaned up.